Hey Shooby-Doodlers, how are you doing? Today I'm going to show you how to draw this cave painting reindeer using coloured pencils and a bit of watercolour wash in the background. But let's not talk about it, let's do it. So I got a nice big number 10 Rosemary Designer Series 344 brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some ochre. And actually I'm going to just get a load of water, fill this up here. Bit of ochre. This is that kind of background kind of colour that you want for these sort of a rock painting kind of thing. And you can be really quite sort of whooshy and just sort of paint it across sort of all over. And I'm using sea white watercolour paper here, which is what I like to use. It's kind of what I get. And then we can pick up a bit of like burnt sienna, like that, and just kind of stick a bit more in there. And so I'm keeping it quite wet. And we'll just kind of just splash it on so it looks a bit like sort of rocks on the side of a cave. I'm actually getting a bit more detail in this than we are on the screen. So I may be able to bring it out a bit in the editing. If you follow me, you'll know this is one of my favourite colours. This is neutral tint, which is in theory a very boring colour. You could use Payne's Grey or something. And I'm just going to sort of flick some little bits like this all over. And I'm doing that while it's wet, just to give a bit of sort of texture. Then I'm going to get my hairdryer and dry this, so that then I can do the same thing again, but just have some. But these won't blend in and sort of merge in with the wet underneath. This is wet on dry, whereas before we were doing wet on wet, which meant that you got, when you splattered, it kind of merged in with the wet underneath. And we'll just get this, just to add a bit of texture really. These are just kind of dots in the background on a cave wall. I've been off and had my lunch, nice and dry now. So I'm going to get a black crayon or coloured pencil, whatever you like to call it. And I'm going to choose this one, which is Venetian red. And maybe this one, which is burnt ochre. Something, I don't know, maybe that kind of pinky kind of colour, which they're calling light flesh. And then it's down to drawing. So I'm going to come over here at about a quarter of the way over. And I'm going to draw, this is the haunches. We want a bit of a saddle in the back. And then this is the shoulders. And then that wants to come down fairly straight. And that will go forward and down again fairly straight like that. I'm going to put the eye in. That's going to be about there. So I'm having to press quite hard to get that looking dark. So that's the little stubby kind of tail there. And then we want to bring the back of the leg around. And we have this kind of dog leg. So it's not a dog leg, is it? It's a reindeer leg. And come out around about here and start very lightly, and then you can press a bit harder as you come around into that dog leg, and then just kind of flick that down there. And then this is going to be sort of curling around sort of like that. And we want a little curl underneath as well, and then that will come straight out and up and around. Then we can go sort of straight forward there. Now we want this line sort of curling around here. So we want this, it's about the gravity of the thing. And these ancient artists, they really did know their creatures, and they knew, however simple it is, they're balanced, you know, it's not just lines, that they're actual representations of what they're seeing and catching and eating. So we can do these kind of legs like that, and then this is going to come back to there, and then we're going to want to have a curve coming under there. Now I'm going to twist this around a bit to get a nice curve here. And that's going to come around sort of like that. And I'm just going to do something like that on the front. And then this wants to get wider as it comes around to there. And then we want another one on the top here, which is going to come around something like that. And then that's going to come all the way around and sort of square off. And then we can have a sort of a suggestion of an ear. We'll have the back leg, which again is just a line. And now we can start sort of putting in the serious shading. So I'm pressing really hard. That's the thing with coloured pencils, is the harder you press, the darker it. Well, yeah, with the black, you're going to get. You can say that you're going to get the darker the colour. So it's not colour; it's black, isn't it? But if you're dealing with, colours, then you're just going to get a more intense hue. Is the technical term, I think. I'm probably getting that all wrong, actually, but you're going to get a more intense colour the harder you press. And we're going to do a similar thing along here. So we want a nice, thick, strong line across the back here. And that will sort of come narrower. And here we can maybe make this a little bit stronger there. And maybe up there too. We can maybe make that a bit sort of thicker. And these can be strengthened. We can kind of strengthen this line here. And then strengthen it there. And then I think we really want to strengthen this line here. So now we can start putting in some colour. And I'm just going to start. And look, I'm doing this on the side here so that we get a sort of a big, thick. We're getting all that on the page rather than just a thin point. And it means that we can shade it, give it much more of a feeling of shading, I think. And also it helps to pick up the tooth of the paper. And I think this is an extra thing. The more toothy the paper that you can get, the more you're going to get that sort of rocky cave painting feel like that. And now I'm going to add more of the ochre, and I'm going to let that red drop into this sort of ochre like this. And again, drawing on the side of the what do you call that bit? It must have a name, that part of the pencil. It's not a pencil, and it's not the lead. Of the colouring section, whatever you want to call it. I think we can have some around here. So again, this is, the harder you press, the more intense the colour. And the gentler you press, then the more sort of sensitive the line that you get. And because, as I said, this is quite a toothy paper, you're going to get that lovely textured sort of shading as you press lighter and lighter. Now here we want that to be quite intense in there, and we'll just draw a sort of a band across the stomach there like that. And then we can sort of start fading with more and more gentle. You see, but now you see that point has been flattened out, so I'm getting a bit more control over what I'm doing here. And again, here we want this to fade. That intensity needs to sort of fade into the colour below. And here we want sort of quite an intense bit on the side here like that. But then again, we just relax a little bit and allow it just to sort of fade out there. And we can maybe stick a little bit of something in there like that. And then I'm going to come back to the black again, and we want some sort of, some marks maybe coming across the top there like that. And we want this sort of intensity to fade as well. So I'm pressing hard there and then relaxing as I sort of pull the colour down so that we're getting this quite strong dark on the top there like that. And we can probably do a bit of that here as well. And I think it's best to do this after you've laid the colour bits down. Make that a bit more intense there. And again, just lightly shading into the colour. And we can do a bit more there as well. And I think a little bit more in there. Maybe a little bit around the eye. Maybe a little bit in there. And then I think all you need to do is to sort of touch up these areas which aren't quite intense all the way to the outside. I'm just going to put a little bit more in there, I think. There you go. That's how you draw a cave painting reindeer with colour pencils. Thanks for watching. Until next time, you take care now. Bye bye.